I sure hope they don't deprecate it though.
Oh, that's a better transition. I was going to say thinking about speaking of cleaning things up, but
That works too.
we'll just do both of them, both transitions. So, how to deprecate a PyPI package. So you've put up a PyPI package, and for some reason you don't want it to be up there, and
I don't
you
want
want
a
it.
puppy anymore. Why do I have to take care of this?
Yeah. So there's lots of reasons why this might happen. One of them might just be you didn't use the test PyPI and used the live one, and you put up foo or some variant of foo, and you didn't mean to. So, or maybe it's there's some other package that somebody took over and it's handling it better, and you want people to use something else. But anyway, there's lots of reasons why you might. And so there's a guy named Paul McCann wrote uh, a blog post about how to deprecate a PyPI package, and so that he gives a few options, and I think these are cool. That one of the interesting things is he mentions is the PyPI doesn't really give you direction as to what it should look like or which one you should use. So he's giving his opinion, which is great. Um, One of the things is you might actually not deprecate. You might use a deprecation warning, and this doesn't really apply to entire packages, but like let's say you've changed your API, it is so it might as well be listed here. It's a good thing to instead of just ripping out parts of your API, leave them in there, but make deprecation warnings in there. They really should be errors instead of warnings if you're really taking them out and just having the warning. Something like an assert is probably better, but there's a good thing to think about whether don't just rip it out. Maybe I don't know, but if you rip it out completely, the assert will happen automatically. So maybe that's a good thing. As far as packages, though, you could just delete it. So you can. PyPI does allow you to remove packages. Um, I don't think that that's probably the right thing to do usually ever, unless you just pushed something up and it was an accident, then deleting it is fine. But if it's been up there for a while and people are using it, um, deleting it has a problem that somebody else could take over the name, and possibly a malicious package could take over the name and start have people having install it. So there's problems with that. So it's probably not a good choice most of the time. Um, the last two options are more reasonable. There's a redirect shim. So this is an example. Like let's say there's an obvious package that is compatible, that is being better maintained, and you want to push people over to there. If it's really very compatible, you can add a setup a shim that just and there's some code examples here to just if somebody installs it, it just it just installs the other package also that
I
people
know what you
should be
wanted. We'll
using.
give you that one.
Yeah. And even having if somebody imports your package, it really just imports the other package too. That's a little weird, but it is interesting that it's an option. The thing I really like, that probably the best, is just a way to fail during install. And there's a code example here for if somebody pip installs something, and it will all the packaging works, but the install part will throw a error, and you can put a message there redirecting people to use a different package, or maybe just explain why you ripped this one out. So I think I like the last one best. So most of those are my commentary, but there's some options for how to deal with it. So I thought that was good.
Yeah, I really like the sort of. I tried to pip install it, and it gives you, instead of just failing or being gone, it actually gives you a meaningful message. Like you should use this other package. Or done. That's probably, if you really intend to delete it, that's probably it.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things, the last couple, the redirect shim and the fail during install, those he gives example packages that do this, and some of these are just mistyped things. Like if people mistype something, maybe they meant something else, and redirecting there. So
Yeah, nice. It's good. It seems so right only over at PyPI, and if you make a mistake, it's not good. So knowing what to do. I mean, people depend on it, right? If you yank it out, then it's trouble.
Yeah, but before you make, if it's mistake driven though, make sure you use the test interface first to play with things before you push garbage up there. There's also, I'd really like people to not squat on names. There's a lot of cool package names out there that really have nothing meaningful there because somebody decided they wanted to grab a name and then
Yeah.
didn't do anything with it. That's lame. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's definitely lame. There are some, on the other hand, there are some times I'm like, how did you just get that name? There'll be like a new package, like Secure or something like that. Like, how did you get that after all this time, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We're up to 236,000 packages. That's pretty insane. Thank you for watching this segment of the Python Bytes podcast. This video was made during the recording of the full episode. Visit pythonbytes.fm and get the whole story. Subscribe to the podcast and get the entire episode delivered to your phone. Please support our work by taking one of the courses at pythonbytes.fm/courses or learning PyTest with Brian's book at pythonbytes.fm/PyTest. Finally, visit our sponsor shown on the screen here. Visit the link on the screen and get the special offer for Python Bytes and YouTube listeners. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.